Hello and welcome to this mini series called Why It Works, and today we're going to look at word applications. So I've got 5 slides to share with you, and really they're a before and after of what good can look like and what not quite so good looks like. So we're going to have a look at those step by step, and I'm going to help try and work out what the difference it can make on your actual individual documents. So first of all, let's have a look at why alignment builds trust. So this slide is actually an excerpt from a carbon reduction policy. At the top, nothing is wrong. Everything is readable, but things don't quite line up. Headings are centered, but text is left-hand aligned, and actually some of the text is justified. And even if people can't explain why, they feel it. It feels a bit messy. It feels a bit rushed and it looks a bit unsure. Now, if you compare that to the version at the bottom, everything lines up. Headings follow the same edge. The text all starts in the same place on the left-hand side. And suddenly it feels solid. It feels reliable. Alignment tells people that you've paid attention, that you took pride in your work. People trust that work looks considered, even before they've read a single word. So alignment isn't about being fussy, it's about showing respect for your work and also for the reader. If we have a look at the next slide, this is going to be why space matters so much. And this is a huge topic that I'm really pleased to cover. This is part of a terms and conditions document. At the top, everything is technically fine. The words are right, the grammar is correct, all of the information is there, but it feels really heavy. It's condensed and it feels like it's hard work before you've even started reading the document. Can you imagine having a 5-page document that looked like that? Your brain would take a look at it and think, this is going to be a huge effort. Now, if we look at the version on the bottom, it's the same words, the same meaning, the same message, but there's space to breathe. There's room for your eyes to rest. There's structure that you can see even before you read a word, and that makes you feel reassured. The people now don't think this looks long, this looks unmanageable. So the white space here is doing a job. It isn't empty. It's not wasted. It guides the reader in a much better way. It reduces the effort that the reader needs, and it makes your work feel calm and confident. So good documents are not about squeezing everything into one side of A4. They're about making space for people to understand the document first. Now, if we move on, we're going to have a look at why styles matter more than formats. And so when I say the word styles here, I mean the fact that within Word, there is a section called styles, and that is actually pre-organized text, fonts, colors for you. So on the top right-hand side, lots of effort has gone into making this document unique. Someone has sat there and they've chosen different fonts, they've chosen sizes, the spaces between the words has been manually adjusted, and also the space between the rows is manually adjusted as well. And every change is more manual work. It's more time consuming. Now, if we look at the version on the bottom left, the styling is doing the work for you. Headings are consistent. The spacing is automatic. Changes are easy to make, and the document stays under control. Styles aren't boring, they're powerful. They let you change one thing and it has a huge impact on the rest of the document at once. So good documents aren't built with lots and lots of tweaking. They're built with systems, structure, and styles. So the third one I want us to have a look at is why placement matters. So if we look at the document in the presentation, on the left-hand side, there's a big gap at the top. And this space looks wasted. We do want white space. We just spoke about that on the last slide, but we do need to use it carefully. The centre section has been broken into columns, which can actually be really effective, but the gap in the centre between them is too big. It's overwhelming and it just isn't necessary. And finally, we've got an image in the last section, which is great. Quite often, images break up the paragraphs and it's really, really helpful for the eye. However, it's cutting across two different paragraphs here and it's using unnecessary space. If we do a very quick comparison over to the bottom right-hand side, the top paragraph feels more balanced because we've lost that space. The column gap has narrowed and I've actually inserted a separation line as well. Now this can really help the reading, especially if you've got more than 2 columns and you're working on 3 or 4. And the image has been moved so that it still breaks up the text, but it's now not wasting so much space. The document just looks more well thought out and more professional. On the last slide, I'd like us to look at why structure saves time. Now on the left, everything is there. All the information exists, but it's just long blocks. There's very few breaks. It's almost impossible to scan. So if somebody needed one small part of this document, they're going to have to read a lot of it before they find the part they're looking for. Now, if we compare that to the part on the right, it's the same content, but it's broken up. There are clear sections, headings that guide you, and there's space in between the ideas. So now you don't need to read it line by line. You can scan and find the heading that's appropriate for you. You can jump straight to what you need, and that's going to save you time as well as your reader. It makes everything easy to find and to read. It's going to save you time every time you open the document and you need to make an adjustment as well as the person reading it. So structure isn't about making things pretty. It's about respecting people's time. I hope you found this helpful. I do have other mini-series in a similar vein to this one that look at Excel and PowerPoint, so be sure to check them out too. Thank you.